How's it going, guys? I am Jay Credo and welcome back to another installment of the Journeyman. You heard that right. We are no longer residing out of the abyss. We have moved forward. We are just about to go into our second season with SKA Karabakh after successfully securing their fate within the Russian First Division for this season. Now, when we took over, we were in the relegation places. We got given an expectation of mid-table finish and we went on to finish 12th. So going through pre-season, we've done a little bit of squad rebuilding. We've got rid of any perceived deadwood and bought in their replacements, respectively. Some may say we are on to new beginnings. How's it going, guys? I'm Jay Credo and thank you very much for joining me here on my Journeyman series. If you've liked what you've seen so far, then don't be afraid to like, comment and subscribe. You join me here, guys, as we are just about to embark on the second season with SKA Karabakh, which is our first full season in charge of the club. As I previously said, we took over when we were in the relegation spaces halfway through the first season. We led the team to a 12th position finish, and now we look to build forward and become a dominant force in the Russian First Division. What have we done since we last left? Well, let's take a look, guys. Let's go into our home and let's go into SKA Karabakh. We're back on the same screen. Russian First Division. Now, let's have a look at some of the past positions or some of the how we finished off last season. So let's go into it. Let's go on to stages. And let's go into last season. Now, last season, when we took over at the club, we were sitting in the depths of the relegation zone. We ended up going on and finishing 12th. Now, we won 16 games in total, drawing 8, but losing 18. Now, all of that wasn't me. Let's face it. Let me have a look at how many games we actually lost once or after I took charge at the club. Now, looking at things here, losing 18 games, we took over, I think, at the Volga stage. And then I think we carried on going through, and I think we probably ended up losing a good 5. But 5 out of 18 isn't too bad. But no, we ended up finishing relatively mid-table. I was very happy with that. And then we looked towards where we could improve the next season, or this season. So, what I like to do, as always, I like to go into the squad. I like to sort of balance it out and look at players that are below a 3-star potential, get rid of any perceived deadwood, and then going forward, bringing in players with their replacements. But the thing is, guys, we wanted to adopt and adapt a new tactic. So this new tactic was something we were working on towards the end of last season. We introduced the shake your tick attacks into the Russian First Division, and we got some promising results. But the thing is, guys, we needed some key players for some key roles. So let's go into the transfers. Let's go into our transfer history, and let's have a look at players that we moved on, players that we bought in. Now, we moved a few players on a free and loan, respectively. I think end of last season, we ended up getting rid of a few as well on transfers. So obviously, they didn't register for this season. But having a look at this season, we ended up bringing in 6 players in total. Now, the first player we're going to look at is Vasily Zagargiev. Now, he came from Zenit St. Petersburg 2. We needed a left back, somebody with experience. His physical attributes are okay. His technical attributes are not that great. But he will be occupying or playing as a backup player. Now, we needed a winger. We needed somebody that was versatile. So we went and bought in Faisal Kazmi. Faisal Kazmi came from Chernomor in Bulgaria. Now, looking at Kazmi, his technical abilities are okay for this standard. His mental attributes are great. And his physicals are not too bad. His stamina does let him down, so we probably will be blowing a gasket come the end of games. But at the same time, got him on a free transfer. I was very happy with the acquisition of him. Now, this is the one. This is the one I was screaming about. Rafael Furlan. Now, Rafael Furlan is a Brazilian. Now, we signed him as a fullback, but he can also play as a winger as well. Looking at his technical and his mental attributes combined, I think, and his physical attributes, he is going to be getting up and down that flank all day long. Now, another guy that we went and signed is a fellow Brazilian, Ferreira. Now, Ferreira, looking at him, he came from Berco. We signed him for 17 grand. Now, he can occupy as a centre midfielder or a central defence midfielder. We will be playing him as an advanced playmaker in the middle of the park or a Mazea. But again, at the same time, he can do very, very well as a box-to-box as well. Now, we signed him. Brilliant. Absolutely buzzing. Then he got injured. He is currently out for 7 weeks, so I think we're going to struggle. Now, one thing we didn't quite pay attention to last season, because we already had them in our squad, was the fact that you need one under-22 player in the first 11 at all times. We had 2 lads knocking about. Both rotated to keep them fresh. They played very, very well. But the thing is, we have signed better players in their position. But we still needed to sign someone that is going to be playing at least every single game as an under-22 player. Now, looking at it, guys, we went back and signed the lad we had on loan from Moscow last season. He was an under-22 player, Nair Tikazian. Now, Nair Tikazian played very well for us last season in the handful of games that he played. Under myself, anyway, he played pretty good. But the thing is, guys, now 22. We had to think, because we've already signed players that can play in the position of the current under-22 players that we had, better players in ability. We had to think outside the box. We needed to go and sign a player that was under-22 with great potential and okay current ability. Now, looking at it, Sergei Kojetov is the player we've gone and signed on loan from CSK Moscow. Can he break through and earn himself a starting 11 place in this side? Stay tuned to find out. So, guys, going into it, we're going to go into our team selection now. We're going to break down the shake your tick attack tactic. We're going to see what players can get into the formations and what players can get into the perceived playing role. And then we're going to roll through and play this game. So, looking at things, guys, we were going to change the role of a keeper. We were going to change the personnel. But I thought, you know what? He kept 12 clean sheets last season. He deserves another full season at the bash. And probably maybe try and protect him a little bit more. So we have gone for Obakuov at the back, in between the sticks. Now, at right back, we're going to go for Semyon Manchuk. Semyon Manchuk has good physical attributes, okay technical abilities. He can play as a centre-half as well, which I do like. So we're going to occupy him as a right back at the minute, because he is quite quick. He's got good physical attributes. Ball-playing defender is going to be Tashevy, and central defender is going to be Suslov. Again, they formed a good partnership last season. Wing back left. Now, it's going to be Raphael Furlan at the minute. At the minute, because we've got to go down the route of an under-22 player. So, at the minute, it's going to be Furlan. Half back is going to be Irakul Kivrisriki. Box-to-box midfielder is going to be Noguer Tukasian. And advanced playmaker attack would have been Ferreira or Tukasian, one of the two. But I think we're going to have to go down the route. I had to start in 11. We're going to have to go down the route of Andrei Bachutin, I think, or Noma. Let's go Noma. Let's get Bayo Kazmi, the Belgian winger that we've shown you just before. Inside forward is going to have to be Ramazan Gujamardov. And then up top is going to be Bushalaki. Now, let's unpick positions. The thing is, guys, minimum of one under-22 Russian player in the playing 11 born after the 31st of the 12th, 1999. If we go to submit team, see, we need one player in there. The one thing we're going to have to do, we're going to bring Furlan in the inside forward role on the left. And what we're going to do, we're going to bring Illich. Illich is the lad that came into our side last season and he ended up becoming the young player of the season. Somebody we brought in from the youth ranks to occupy one of the under-22 roles, and he absolutely smashed it. You know what? We're going to give him a start. We're going to go with it. Now we're going to change inside forward to winger attack, and then we're going to change matey boy out here to an inside forward attack. So looking at that, we got a full line there. Seeing if Kazmi can do his bit. His finishing is 8. So you know what? We might just go inverted winger attack instead and see how he gets on. So guys, that is the 11 pick. The subs are on the bench. We haven't really got a big squad. So we're probably going to have to bring lads up from the under-22s or the under-21s Let's submit, team. Let's go. Couple of squad numbers. You love to see it. Sergio Koshin-Duff. He is an under-22 centre-half. Let's have a look at it. He can have number 38 on his back. Now, the backup left-back, we don't want to give him a big number. Let's give him 26. Rafael Furlan, which is the current left-back that's going to be playing in the squad. But number 3 is taken. So, let's give him number 20. And Tikazan is going to go bang, number 8 in the middle of the park. And Kazmi is going to go out wide as number 7. Submit numbers. Go to match. Let's go. Here we are, guys. Here is the starting lineup. I've just gone through mine. I'm not going to murder any more names. We are playing Neftimik Diskamask. Now, if that's how you pronounce it, then kudos to me. If not, drop a Rosetta Stone subscription down in the comments. Let's dressing room. We are favourites here. Point the finger. Make sure they are left with no doubts as to why. Pump the fist. You have the difference to go out there and make a difference. And again, with the attackers. We're going to kick off and get into the game. Let's skip this and let's roll into it, guys. Again, we wanted to be playing this tiki-taka based football. We want to be keeping possession, playing on our own terms. I would say short, concise passing, but Ilic clearly just let me down, and so did the keeper there, distributing it straight over the top. They are applying the pressure in the opening minutes. Can we win the ball back and play it on our own terms? No, we can't, because they are opening us up like a tin of beans. Oh! Could have been a pen all day. All day. We're keeping possession, funny enough. But our pass completion is not that great. 85%. Let's demand more from this. They are seriously all over us when it comes to chances and when it comes to actually working the ball and doing something with it. Oh, they got a free kick. This is going in. Oof. Look at that, they seem to be all over us. What is going on? What is happening? Seriously, don't get it. It's a recruitment, I tell ya. There we have it, half-time. Boys. I'm far from pleased what I just saw with this team. Absolute joke, man. Got a couple of players playing half decent. We got Right on Noma. Long throw into the box. Can we get something from it? Rafael Furlan! Come on his debut. Get in, son. Absolute beaut. Long throw all day, baby. All day. Come on, Ilic. Pick yourself up, son. Pick yourself up. Let's make a sub. Get Noma off. What is Noma doing? Batwain on. I think. Yeah, Batien on. We were on the breakdown. I hate that when you go in to make a sub or something like that and the replay happens. You're like, oh. Literally every time. Batien with a ball in. Oh, Bazaluk! Yes! Basilea with an absolute bullet. Batiutin comes on for Noma, who's in absolute no man's land. And Batazuluk steps up. 2-0. SKA Karabosk. There we go. Suzukin is absolutely on his arse. Pavelski's going to go in there. And we're going to bring in Bolshavin. That's Svebi. And then at the back, Bolshikov is going to square things up for the last 10 minutes. Again, Ilic's managed to pull his finger out. No, he ain't. He's back on a 6.5. Now, one thing, guys, that I didn't mention was we actually didn't have a preseason. The thing is, we played one preseason game. For some reason, I think COVID's messed everything up. They obviously extended the finish to last season, as well as bringing forward this season. Guys, look at that. 2-0 win, 7 shots, 4 on target, XG of 0.89. We definitely need to work on. Pass completion of 87% and a ball possession of 55%. Guys, I've been Jay Credo. This has been the Journeyman. Thank you very much for tuning in. You've been awesome. Stay safe, stay well, stay you.